two lines on the same locus line. So this was of 75.
Hello.
Yeah.
Should we start?
Yeah. Let's start.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Screen is visible.
Okay. Good afternoon, all. And today we will see the passenger aircraft or Boeing impact analysis on the nuclear containment building structure. The safety of the containment structure against aircraft got attention recently. Okay. And okay, now I will start with Abacus because it will take some more time. See, all parts are already created, and these are the parts. This is a aeroplane. This is a step file. So it is created. This model is created in the CAD tool, and it is imported here. Okay, so all parts are ready. Now we will go for the property module and start. We are defining the material properties. The first one is aircraft shell. So it is a SI unit system. The cube. Then elasticity, Young's modulus 72 e raised to 9. Ratio 0.3. Plasticity, plastic properties. (75 e raised to 7). 83 e raised to 7. 91 e raised to 7. 0.006. These are the plastic properties. Now we will go for the ductile damage, because there is the damage. This is the impact analysis or crash analysis. So there is some damage. So we have to enter the ductile damage properties. Then next, suboptions damage evolution. Okay. Okay. The next material, concrete. Then Young's modulus and Poisson's ratio. With 6 raised to 9, this is Pascal. 0.17 Poisson's ratio of this concrete. For the concrete, we have to brittle cracking. Type is strain. What is the options? Brittle shear. Again, go for the brittle failure. Unidirectional, and here displacement. Direct cracking failure. 0.002 strain. Okay. Next material is, yes, I will not name it. Okay. Then Young's modulus. Then we'll enter the plastic properties. Again, ductile damage. Sub options, damage evolution. Here select energy 180. Next, create a steel bar. Seven at 50. Plastic properties. This properties for steel bar. Next is the steel shell. 7850. Enter Young's modulus 210 raised to 9. It is in Pascal 0 point represents ratio. And plastic properties 7 0 7 0.0085 145 raised to 7 0.0097. Next 159 raised to 7 0.01 162 raised to 7 0.064. Next, enter the ductile damage properties for steel shell 1 0. Again, damage evolution. Last material property, concrete. Again, density 400. Elasticity mechanical plastic, and here enter the concrete damage plasticity. Compressive behavior. Zero point zero zero one strain 43739844.58 0.00125 49885302.31 0.0015 and 549144.25 0.00175 577088811.21 0.00 strain 59464224.57 0.00225 0.0025 59.548144275 58.32516972 0.003 56.5607 4572 0.00325 54.43 40618 0.0035 52.08318636 49.62794701 0.004 52.10818842 21.33143134 0.008 15 0.01 11.07 686 332 0.012. Okay, then next is tensile behavior. Here type 256 0000 and 120. Go to sub options and tensile damage. Enter here properties 0 0.1299 or 0.2429 0.0008 0.3412 0.0012 0.4267 0.0016 0.5012 next 0.566 0.0024 0.714 0.0036 0.824 0.005 0.9691 0.01. Okay, so these are the properties for this concrete 60 MPa. Okay. Okay, so we are done with the properties now. Sorry, material properties. Now we will go for the sections next more in the property only. So first is aircraft section. Category solid and homogeneous type. Select material as this material. Next section. Aircraft skin. This is shell homogeneous. Its thickness is 0.053 and its material is aircraft shell. Okay, next we will create a profile here now, circular profile 1 and radius is 0.02 and we will create a next section. So this profile is required for next section. Third one is a circular tendon. To beam and beam. This profile is selected already here. Here material for this is steel bar. Poisson ratio 0.3. Okay. Next section is concrete CDP. It's a solid homogeneous. Concrete 50 MPa. Concrete typical. And shell. So there is shell container. Sorry, it is a shell. So I have to select. it is a solid homogeneous, it's a steel shell. Typical tendon. It is a beam and continue. Focal one is selected. Material is steel bar. Poisson's ratio 0.3. Next, we are going to assign the sections. Now, for this Boeing 747, select this, click on this section assignment icon, select this plane, done. Section is aircraft skin, correct, okay. Next part 2, this container shell. I will show you the cross section here, cut section. It is hollow, and it is having thickness. Assign the section. Concrete GP. Part 3. It is a solid part. You can, sorry, not solid. It is a content shell section. Part 4. Okay, these are the now wires. This, and we have defined the profile for it. It's the circular profile. So these are the circular tendon. These are the bars, vertical tendon. So materials property model is over now. Now we will go for the assembly. Click on this create instance icon. Then first part 2 apply. Okay, so it is already here. Next is part 4. So we need to position this part. So select this rotate instance icon, rotate, select this model, set done. Now it is asking the select a start point for the axis of rotation. Now I have to rotate it about the x-axis. Now here you can see x-axis. So here I will define the x-axis. First point 0, 0, 0. Second point, just enter any value. So I'm entering here 10, enter here, and 90 degree, enter it. Okay. So this is the correct position now. Okay, now we will translate this, select it, set done. So this is first point, and this one is the second point. So this is correct position now. So I will make it transparent so that again part 4 and rotate it about x-axis first point 0, 0, 0, 10, 0, 0, and 90 degree. Okay, same thing, translate it, this and done. Select point on this, the first point, and here I will select it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, go to this display group, Part 2 I will remove for some time. Translate this one. Done. This is first point, and sorry, the inside point I need to select. Done. Same point I have to select it here. Okay, this is correct now. Okay, now I will just replace all. Next part 2, 3, and part 5. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I will again go to display group part 5 and replace it. I will keep only that part 5 only because we need some more instances for this. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to rotate it. So second instance, actually it is positioned around the same location. Click, I have selected the rotate instance command and click on the instances here. Select this second instance, that is 5, 2. Okay. And select the axis of rotation. Now I have to rotate it about y-axis. So first point 0, 0, 0. Second here 0 and 1, 0. Okay, so this will define the y-axis. And angle of rotation 11.25. Okay. Okay. So again I will part 5. Rotate it. Go to instances. Third one. Select it. So rotation 0, 0, 0, and here enter just to 0, 1, 0. Now angle is 22.5 of the position. Again click on create instance part 5. Okay, rotate, go to instances, fourth part, and again axis of rotation y-axis. Angle of rotation is 33.75. Okay. So this is the structure now. Is so this is the inside the supporting structure. Part 3. We look at the position now. Next remaining part is going to this one. Now to position this aircraft. Translate instance, select this aircraft. Done. Now select a starting point. I know the point. So first is 0, 0, 0, and second one enter. Okay. Try to make it as close as to this container. Okay, so I will again select it to translate in the x direction. First point 0, 0, 0. Second point. Okay. You can check it here. We'll change it a little bit. I'll make it 1. We'll make it more close to the containers to save the computational time. We are doing this. Okay, so assembly, we are ready with the assembly. Okay, in the assembly
please.
now we will create some.
Once again, student, please mute your mic. Please disturb.
We will create some sets. Front AC now. Select.
Udah, ya.
నేను పడుకున్నానా నీకే పడుతుందా ఆపేసిన
So I have selected all the surfaces for this set. You can check here. Front AC. So this is the set we have created. Again, we will create one more set. Containment. Select this. This will create as a containment. Next set, okay, I will go to display group. I'll remove these parts. Now I'm going to create a set for this vertical tendon. Select all these vertical tendons and say done. Okay, so we have created a set. You can replace all. Okay, so assembly done. Now we will go to step, define the step here, dynamic explicit. Point is, sorry, time is 0.15. So in the field output, double click on the field output. We are going to edit it, control make it 50. And we have to select some outputs here. So in the state field user, select this STV and status. Okay, so we will be able to visualize the failure. Again, in the failure and fracture, like this magnet, VEG, select this one. Okay. The next is interaction. Select first, first define the property, interaction property contact, mechanical, tangential behavior, frictionless and normal behavior. So keep the defaults and click OK. Now go for the interaction. We are going to define the contact. Now select the surface to surface contact here. So select the surfaces here. We will define the contact between the two surfaces. Continue. Now select the first surface. The first surface. I'm going to. I will go to these surfaces. We have already created a set. Okay, it is not showing here. So I will directly select it from here. Sorry. Surface to surface, and okay, so it is not showing. Actually, I have to select the front AC. So I have created a set. So I will define your surfaces, surface set here in the assembly. First, I will go to assembly and Okay, I have created a set here. You can see here, but it is not showing there. So I will create surface set here. Continue once again, select these all surfaces. Okay, so done. Select this brown. Okay. Okay, so I will directly select in the interaction itself. I'll define the interaction surface to contact. Now here I am going to select it. Hit done. Handle non-homogeneous regions. Okay. So here I have selected this surface now. Okay, done. Now here purple color I have to select. Sorry, no. Inside surface I have to select here. So again select surface and this one. Okay, so this is a by angle. Make it individually. Select this one. Okay, so we are defining contact between these two surfaces. We're done. So here dynamic contact method. Action property on select. Done. Now we have contact between these surfaces. Okay, now we will move to the constraints in the interaction module. So here you will find the create constraint icon. So click on it. So there are multiple models. First is tie constraint. Okay, before defining the constraint, I need to create a sets. Go to assembly again, and we will create sets. Go to display group and part 3, replace it. S1. This is S1 surface. Again, go to display group. Highlight. Okay. This. Okay, now I have to select the inside surface. Previous part is positioned inside this, and there is a constraint between these two surfaces. So I will go to cut section here. So this surface I have to select it. So I will go to this manager, y-axis. Okay. From this also we can select the surface. Now again I will create a set here. There, select this surface. Okay. Replace all. Again, interaction constraint, type constraint. Select the surface first. So we have finally here. Okay, it is showing only surface sets. So part 3, replace surface sets as this M1. Select this and done. Part 2, replace cut section. Then go to surfaces, S1, like this. Go to constraint, select it. So master surface, go to surfaces, select S1, highlight. It is highlighting here. Sorry, we have to select M1. Next surface is S1. It will highlight with by pink color. And click OK. Create constraint. Embedded region, continue. So first we need to create set again. Then go to display group and then select part 2. Replace the create one set for this part 2. One surface. Now go to interaction embedded region. Set. Here we have to find our set. Part 4 here, select it. Done. Now select region again for host. Part 2. Continue. Okay. Okay. Again, one more embedded region. Select the vertical tendon. Continue. Again, select region. Part 2. Okay. Next is again create tie command. Continue. Okay, now here also we need to create a set first, or I will just directly select it from here. Highlight and part 2. I'll remove it. Go to display group. Part 2. Part 3. I will replace this. Now it is asking surface. We are in this tie constraint command now, and I'm selecting the surface now. So I'll dismiss it. So I have to select this surface. Okay. I've selected the surface. Done. Again, I'll replace all. Go to display group. Part 2 and replace inner part. Now I have to select inner surface. Go to this manager. This way I can select the inner surface. Select surface and this surface we have to select. So they are in contact. So we are defining the tie constraint between these two surfaces. And okay. I will show you here, double clicking constraint 4. Here you can see here these two surfaces are in contact, so we have defined a tie constraint between these two. Now, constraint. Okay, for again go to display group, again part 3, replace. Now select this surface. Then replace all. Go to display group in part 2, replace. Okay, so that part is inside this part 2. So I will take cut section. So here only I will select this way. So whole surface is selected here. You can see. So done. So we have defined the constraints. So interaction is done now. Next is load module and boundary conditions. So initial boundary conditions, select initial steps, symmetry, anti-symmetry, categories mechanical, continue. Select this surface. And just fix it again. Customers u1 is equal to u2 is equal to u3 and it's all 0. This fixed in translator in xyz direction and rotation support xyz directions. This surface is fixed. This container is fixed at the bottom. Now we will define the velocity of the aeroplane. Define the velocity. Velocity is in x direction. It is negative x direction 1. Mesh module. Click on this sizing control and set 1.2. Mesh it part with different part, this part, and this part. First, I will mesh this part. Use of the partitioning here. You can see how we can define the different densities as per our requirement. Well, I will go for the seed edges. Okay, so edge, I will take this edge. Button, select these edges. Done. Edge is 0.7. For this size, we have taken bigger size, and for this smaller size. Okay. And click on this mesh region. So I will select this mesh region and this one. I'm going to make fine mesh here. Okay. Because we are interested here to see the result. Aeroplane is going to hit here, but that's why I've done the fine meshing here. Select these parts. Done. We check the element of this part is tetra mesh. Here you can check it here. So it is a hex mesh. Check here. It is a hex dominated mesh. Okay. Check the element type. So here check it. The element library is explicit. The 3D stress linear. Okay. Again, mesh this remaining part. So meshing is done for this part number 2. Okay, now this okay, so go to this seed part and size is 1.5. Keep it. Just mesh the part. Okay, so before that we will set the element shape. So tetra mesh, element type, your explicit quadratic family is 3D stress. Okay, and just mesh it now. The next part, this is a 1D part. We have defined here profile. Go to global seed, approximate size, enter 2, and check the element type now. It is explicit library, linear, and family is beam. Finish it. Okay. Next part, so vertical tendon. Again, size is 2. Go to element type, select it, done. Explicit, linear, family is beam. Okay. Okay. Now last is going. Size is 0.45. Element type. So it is square dominated. Element type. Well, library is explicit. You have to select it explicit here, linear. Okay. For R and mesh it. Okay, so we have done the meshing. Okay, now one more step is there. So we have to apply the inertia for this aeroplane. Okay. Now I will go to property to apply the inertia. Go to property and go to special inertia and create it. Inertia 1 point and mass inertia. So first I will apply inertia for this. Then pick 1000 kg. Okay. For this part we have applied the inertia, and again next special inertia create. Okay, so I will take the cut section for this, and here I am going to apply the inertia. Okay. Then 800 kg. Okay. Next inertia create. Okay. I will make it wireframe. I am going to select these 2 points. Okay, same on this wing also. Done. Just 600. Special and inertia create it. Continue. Okay, so at the bottom with these points. Done. 800 kg. We have defined the inertia here. You can check it here also in the part in the model tree. Go to part in Boeing 747. So in the engineering features you will find it. Inertia 1, 2. Inside passengers are sitting. The third one. This is at the bottom, fourth one. Okay, so we are done with the setup now. We are ready to create a job. will create a job. Just name it as the defaults. Okay. So just we now have to submit it. Okay. But I'm not going to submit. I have already done the analysis because it will take long time. Okay. To finish the analysis, we don't have that much time. So I have already done the analysis. I will directly show you the results. Okay, so when your analysis is completed or when your job is finished, and when you come to this visualization window, you will see this type of model. If you don't want to see this meshing lines, so go to this common plot options, feature, click featureization, apply. Okay. For some time I will keep it. Click here on the plot contours. See what is the effect of it when this passenger aircraft hits the nuclear container. I will animate it. You can check like this also, cut section. Okay, we can check it for different parts separately. Suppose part 5, we want to check it for part 5. You can check the effect of it. You can change here output that you want to see. Yes, yes. Okay. Or only for part 2, if you want to see, replace it. Okay, so you will be able to see this. This location and this location. Again, go to this Boeing 747. If you want to check it for only aeroplane, the elements are getting deleted when it hits the container. Check this trace. I will replace all. We can change the boundary conditions. We can change the material of this container. Okay, we can do this with different parameters also. We can change the velocity. Okay, so we are done with this problem. There is a passenger aircraft impact on the nuclear container. Okay, now if you are having any query, you can ask now. Okay, do you have any query from student side? Yes, you can ask. You can type your query in the chat box. Okay, one query there. How to do the static and dynamic wing analysis? Okay, next we are going to do the wing analysis, that is natural frequency analysis on the wing. I will show you. Okay, simple on the simple model. Okay, next is why is inertia taken? Who is it decided? The inertia is decided means the what is the weight of that particular component, weight of the passengers. At the middle, we have defined some inertia point. So what is the weight there? How much mass is there? Mass of the passengers, mass of the seats. Okay, so these components we have considered all of these. Next query is the software and APSSDC course is available in Dassault System Center in AP, Andhra Pradesh?
Actually, this is it's included. It's in your college. It will be added. If you completed the level A and level B, if you go means you can learn these things. And some of them they are asking CATIA product. Its file is not working. Actually, while uploading, it's once and twice it's checked. It is working. Please check your software. Maybe in your software, maybe its file is problem or something. Actually, I downloaded from the drive now itself, and I upload. I just open on CATIA. It's working actually.
Okay. Okay. Next query. While doing the meshing operation, you taken the different mesh shapes. Is this for understanding? Different mesh shapes. So that mesh shapes are depend means I think you are talking about element type, that is hex or tetra meshing. So that depends on the component. For some component you cannot do the hex mesh. Means if component is complicated, so hex mesh is difficult to do on that. Means now in this case now this Boeing aircraft is complicated, so we have taken hex dominant, so it will create hex and some tetra mesh also. So we have to mesh the component depend on its complexity, and result accuracy also depends on the mesh element. So hex mesh is more accurate than the tetra mesh. Sometimes you cannot do the hex mesh, okay, for complicated components. Okay, next is so just once explain the order of process to follow from start to end. Okay, I will explain you. Of the animation, I will explain this process from start to end. So first we have to means create the parts. Okay, so model definition. So this type of model, that is aircraft. So you can model it in the CATIA, that is CAD tool, and you can import it. If the model is simple, you can model it in the Abacus itself. Then next is a property. Okay, in the property we define material properties, section and section assignment. Okay, and in the property itself we can define the inertia. Okay, so it is flying, so it fly with some velocity, so we must define the inertia also for this type of problem. Then see, after the part there is a assembly module. Okay, then we have to assemble these parts, and see in the assembly we have to create sets and surfaces. Then next is a step. Okay, in the step we define the analysis procedure. So we have defined here dynamic explicit analysis, and we define the time, total time 0.15 second. Next is interaction. So in the interaction we define the contact between the surfaces and also constraints. Okay, so there are multiple models are there now. So we have defined the tie constraint and surface to surface contact. Okay, then next is a load module. Okay, so in the load module we define the boundary conditions and loads. Okay, so here we have defined the velocity, we have fixed the bottom of this container. So in case of the crash crashworthiness analysis of the aircraft useless, so we define the gravity, but here no need to define it. And then next is a mesh module. So after the load, there is a mesh module. Then we have to mesh it, okay, one by one. For part 2 here, we wanted to see the result, okay, on at this part. That's why we have gone for the fine meshing here. Small meshing element size we have taken, and for other part we have taken bigger mesh element size, because there is no any effect of the impact on this side. So if we go for the fine meshing for whole part, so it will consume more time, more computational time. Solving time will be more. Okay, then after the meshing, once you are done with the meshing, last is job creation. Okay, so we have created, means we have defined one job. After the job, see, you have to save it and you have to set the work directory. Actually, I forgot to show you why means which files are getting generated in the work directory. I'll show you here. So after the work directory, you can right click on this job and submit it for the analysis. Okay, once you submit, it will finish. I will show you the work directory now. For bird strike analysis, I will show you. So these many files are generated. Uh, bracket analysis, I will show you. Okay, you can see here. That file is generated, INP file is input file is generated, log file, then message file, ODB file, output database file, part file, C file, status file. So these files are stored in the working directory. Okay, the folder we select while selecting the working directory. So these many files Abacus generate. That's why it is important to select the work directory before submitting the job. Okay. Okay, next question. Are your take different densities? Is the possible? Say, I'm not getting your question. Is what you want to say? See, we have taken different. We have defined different materials. So, and we have applied to different materials to different parts. See, these are the materials, and we have applied these sections to different parts. So for this part, different section. This way we have defined. Is it this you wanted to ask? Okay, next question is how much time did it take for the computation for the results you have just shown it? Okay, that depends on your PC configuration. So for this type of problem, if your PC has i7 processor and 32 GB RAM, so it will take 20 minutes. If your configuration less than that, with 16 GB, it may take 1 hour. With 8 GB, again it will take more time. That depends on your system configuration. Okay, is there any query? So in the chat box, I have answered all queries. Okay, we will see now a natural frequency analysis of the aircraft wing. I will just open new Abacus. So first we will create a part. So I will create a simple wing. Okay. Pretty deformable solid extrusion. Okay. It is circle here. Okay, so it is showing the mid center here. See. I'll dimension it. 30 diameter. Okay. The 4. I will select this auto trim command and just trim these lines. The radius 15. Enter. Here also radius is 2. Okay. I'll go to this constraint. Add constraint. I'll go for parallel. Select the lines for parallel constraint. Okay. Not parallel, it's a tangent. Okay. I'm going to create tangent constraint. Okay. Here also one simple geometry I have created. Set done. Section must be closed. Okay, somewhere it is open. Okay, I will trim it. Okay. Done. And depth is 2. Okay, now I'm going to do this sweep. The sketch, select this sketch. For the sketch, select this plane and select this as a vertical on the right. On line here. This is just a profile. Okay, so direction is also correct. So yes, sketch is defined. So now select profile. This I'm going to select. Okay, here I have select the face. Select it. This face and include twist pitch. Okay. Part is done. Now go to property, create material, directly define density 7.8 e raised to minus 9. Okay, now it is SI millimeter unit system, so it is in tons per mm cube density. Now elasticity, go to elastic, Young's modulus to 10 e raised to 3.3. Okay, so these properties are sufficient for this natural frequency. Go to section, the solid homogeneous section, material 1. I'm not naming it because only one more part is there, one material, so no need to name it. You can name it also. It is a assembly, create instance. Now here step is important, create step. So in the general you have to select here, instead of general, select linear perturbation, and here you have to select frequency. Okay, continue. Okay, you can either define the number of eigenvalues or number of first frequencies you are derived to, or you can either enter the maximum frequency of interest and let Abacus derive all the eigenvalues in that range. So we will provide the maximum frequency here. So here we can enter the number of eigenvalues requested. You can enter any number, 20, 10. Okay. I will enter your maximum frequencies here. Suppose 1000 hertz. Okay. Now go to load. You need to fix one end. Fix it. Now last is mesh part. This is okay. Or okay. I will not go for fine mesh. It will take some more time. Just mesh it. Meshing is done. Fix. Okay. Now it is smooth and fine. Then last is job, create job. Okay, job 1. Okay, so I'm going to save it now. I will create folder here only. Frequency analysis. Being okay. I will set for directory here. Being frequency analysis, and we will check the output files. Okay, I will submit it. It is simple model. It won't take much time. So this is the we are checking natural frequencies of this wing. You can check the progress.
बीच होता है ना अड़िगे ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾನ ನೀವು ಏರೋಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೇರ್ಚಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹಾ ఉన్నాడు ఆన్లైన్
Okay, now it is
లైవా ఏరోప్లేన్ ఎట్లా చూడటం మరి అది గారు అది కాలేజ్ తరపుది
hello. Can you mute yourself? Who is talking? Okay, now we will check the results. I run the animation. So it is showing like this. Okay. So our interest is to check the mode shapes or again frequencies. Okay. So for that, I will go to view. Results, step and frame. So these many natural frequencies, 9 modes. So this is the first, and frequency is 44.7 cycles per time. Second mode. Okay, so this is the second mode. Third mode. Fourth, fifth. Okay, so you can check the 9th mode in this way. You can check 8th mode. Okay, and this frequency is also calculated natural frequency of this mode. 7th mode is 771.43 cycles per time hertz. Okay, so this way you can find out the natural frequencies for the wing. If you have any query, you can ask. Hello. Is there any query?
Students, if any questions means you can ask in chat bar or you can ask in.
So find out the natural frequencies is very simple. Okay, you can take any model, any complicated model, process is same. It is very simple. Okay, I will tell you why we need to calculate with this frequency. there is a need to evaluate it. Okay, so it is a basic design property like stress or displacement. And for specific components like chassis, one of the important design approval criteria is fundamental frequency or specific mode shape. And you know, I think what is the resonance? Okay, what is mean by resonance? To avoid the resonance, also we need to know the natural frequency for particular mode or for particular component. And because at resonance, the amplitude of the vibration build up and ultimately results in failure of the component. It is also useful in NVH applications, noise, voice, and noise, vibration, and harshness. To reduce the noise, one of the parameters is alternating natural frequency. Okay, there is one query. When I open the product file, it's saying files list could not be found or contain the wrong information. What does that mean?
Actually, at last, once again, I will open that file and I will show to you. After completion of the abacus, I will show.
Okay. Okay, if there is no any query, we can stop now. For means this abacus training is then I can say over. I will stop sharing my screen.
Okay. Student, what file I'm shared in the drive, the same file I'm opening here. I'm just dragging the downloaded file and just I'm putting on the CATIA. I'm just drag and drop here. The warning will come, you just avoid it. Some of the system, what it will happen means it will go out of the thing. You just think if the tree is present or not, you just check it. If the tree is present means just right click and you can frame on. Maybe it will be in some forever, it may be in zoom out or zoom in will be there. Warning, it's not an issue actually. The same file what is uploaded on the drive, same file I downloaded, again I'm opening on this drive. Otherwise, I will share that another file also. It is possible today evening I will share on the drive. 3D experience file also I will share. If it is actually the file is opening here. Once again, I will add the 3D experience file also. You can using the 3D experiments, you can use that file also. Any doubts or any questions from both of us?
From student side, do you want to say something?
Anand, if any PPT is providing from your side, we might.
PPT, I cannot right now. Means I will let you know afterwards. Okay. Right now, I cannot say anything about sharing PPT.
Okay. If the file, if we need means, we will maximum we will try, but we cannot able to confirm it. You can check that videos and you can try.
Mhm.
That same drive link only, if it is possible means, we will add it. Okay, I think so. No inquiry. We can wind up the session. Is this course? Yeah, is available in level B. It's also there. Abhilash Reddy sir or Ramakrishna sir?
Hello, Mr. Sandhu. Tell me.
Sir, they are asking about the certification process.
What?
Students are asking about the certification.
Dear
process.
students, this is Abhilash from ABSSTG. You would be getting the certificates within 2 weeks of time. We need 2 weeks to issue certificates. Regarding recorded videos, we are updating daily in the drive. You can go through the same link for today's recording video also. Once again, I would like to share the link. I request you all to save the link for future reference also. If you have any queries regarding certificates or anything else, please let us know. We will wind up the session within 5 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, Sanju, I think notice we will wind up the session.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Anand sir, for conducting such a wonderful program. Thank you. Thank you, Sanju. Thank you, students. Ramakrishna Garu, you can wind up the session right now.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.